Press the bell icon on our YouTube app and never miss another video from SpotboyE.
Hi, KK sir. Pratik here from SpotboyE 9XM.
Yes, Pratik, tell me.
So first things first, let me begin by asking you, why is the film called Vodka Diary?
Vodka Diaries is a story which happens because of a club called Vodka Diaries.
Okay.
So there are a few things that happen over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy called Ashwini Dikshit is assigned to solve that.
Okay.
And then you get into the story of Ashwini Dikshit and his entire scheme of things in the film.
Okay.
So in that sense, it's a suspense thriller, but it's the reason why it's different is because it's essentially a human story as well.
Okay. And
Yeah.
the trailer, I've seen the trailer. It's a very a typical kind of a murder mystery where you're solving the crimes. How is this murder mystery different from any other murder mysteries that we have seen?
As I said, it's normally murder mysteries don't have human stories. So even after finding out who the killer is, etc., the human story is what you will take home.
Okay.
So in that sense, it's completely different.
Okay. And we also heard that you rejected the script when it came first to you, and then later on you picked it up. And what was the story behind that?
Initially, when the story had come, I found that the script had the ingredients of making a great film. But I mean, the seed of the thought was very good. But the tree around it was not nutritious enough.
Okay.
I mean, it was not properly grown. So I told this to the director. And then they went back and reworked on the script and etc. And then there was a sea change in what the script became.
Okay.
And that's when I said yes.
Okay. And we also heard that you all shot it in just 20 to 25 days?
20 days. 20 days is what we shot in. Because we were very well prepared. We interacted a lot, collaborated a lot, did a lot of stuff beforehand. And then went there and shot it in 20 days.
Okay. And I know you can't give out a lot about the story because it's a murder mystery. Tell me, in brief, what is what are you chasing? What is the murder here? Who's murder?
There are murders which happen, and this guy is out there to solve it. In the process, also it involves the human story of characters, their relationships, etc., in the film.
Okay.
So yeah, that makes it very interesting.
Okay. And talking about this character that you're playing of a cop here. So we have seen that you are much interested in playing such kind of roles. You have done similar roles, say in a Black Friday or say Rahasya or Tera Kya Hoga Johnny kind of a films, where there's a lot of scope for the character to grow. So do you think it's the kind of genre that you always prefer doing?
No, I was not a cop in Honeymoon Travels. I was not a cop in Sarkar. I was not a cop in Gulal. I was not a cop in Paanch. I was not a cop in N number of movies. So I don't think that is the criteria at all. And primarily, I don't play roles. I play people.
Yeah.
So it's whether he's a cop or a lawyer or a professor or a student or whatever it is, it's incidental to me.
Okay.
For me, I'm interested in the person called Ashwini Dikshit.
Okay.
So which is why if you see Rakesh Maria, which I played, and Ashwini Dikshit, which I will play now, and any other person that I played are all different people.
Yeah.
So I don't play roles. I play people.
Okay. Okay. So, talking about KK Menon, we see KK Menon doing less roles throughout the year, whereas we see other stars doing a lot of films. Why do we see less of you on screen?
That's because I don't have much of a choice. It's as simple as that.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
but does it ever, when you have a less of a choice or people coming lesser to you with scripts, does it ever, and at the same time you see a film with a bad script earning a lot at the box office, does it ever incite this feeling in you why I am not getting this thing?
No, I take it as their loss, not mine.
Okay. And does it ever staying away from work, which is something that you really love doing, staying away from work, does it ever affect the economics at home?
Not really. I get well paid for whatever I'm doing. So it's not that I don't work for a year or anything like that. I do work. It's just the choice of scripts are different.
Okay.
They are much less.
Okay. And because this is a murder mystery, I have to ask you, like, you must have seen a lot of murder mysteries in your life. Which is your favorite one when you talk about murder mystery? Which is the favorite?
Oh, that's favorite and one best and second best. That is something which I normally don't answer because there are too many of them.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult for me to
But
take
you
one
have to pick
example
one
and then
out of many. So, like, which one comes to?
so many of them, so many of them,
Okay.
so many of them. Yeah, there are about 45 of them. What do I do?
Okay, that's too many. Okay. Okay. So, like, when like Kushal came to you with the script, you said that there were some changes that you needed in the script. Like, because he's a first-time director, so I'm asking about this. Like, how good is it, like, working with a first-time director and someone who's already worked, like a Vishal Bhardwaj when you're working in Hyder? How easy or how difficult is working with a new director?
I've in my history I've worked with many I have a history of working with new time
Yeah.
first time directors. Now it's a different thing that now they are big. Anwar Kashyap was new when he came to me.
Yeah.
So there are so many of them like that. So it's just that they come up with a fresh perspective
Mm-hmm.
and they give you a new what do you call angle to the whole thing. It's a fresher angle, and that's good for every actor. I think it's along with working with the stalwarts. It's also good to work with newcomers because that's a good mixture of both. Then
Okay. And because like nowadays we talk a lot about these the censor board and all, and it's always in the news. Like how does Vodka Diary fit in? Like everything good with the censors? You must be
everything good. Nothing. No problem at all.
okay. And because you are there in the industry since a long time, so I must ask you this: like, do you think the new censor board, like now that Prasan Joshi and all they have come in, like they are much more lenient than the previous set of people?
I don't have much of interest in all that, but I know that Prasan Joshi is a very wise man
Hmm.
and he's a very sorted individual. So it's very good for the censor board.
Okay. And we have also like seen a lot of actors saying this fact that because censorship is such a big thing in India, that is why a lot of actors, like not stars, actors are moving towards digital. How do you take that?
No, I don't think it's because of censor board that they're moving digital. They're moving in because digital has come in a big way.
Hmm.
So I think that's the reason. It's not that because of some. When you have digital coming in a big way in India, obviously you have actors working in digital.
Okay. So do you think digital in the coming future will be the big thing? Like
I can't predict the future, but I seriously hope good content will be the future, whichever medium it is.
okay. So any chance you watch any of the digital shows or anything that you're binge watching or anything?
No, I do watch a lot of Netflix and everything.
Okay.
Like everybody does.
Okay. Any particular series that you love?
Lots of them, including the House of Cards and Narcos and Broadchurch and a lot of them. So there's so many of them I watch.
Okay. And there's also like I ask this to a lot of people because and you are there since a long time in the industry. How do you think the hype around say a star kid happens? Like when a new film happens, you get the like play the cop role and the star kid gets the leading guy's role. So like, does it ever like y'all didn't get it? Y'all never feel that coming into your work?
What do I gain by complaining any which way?
Yeah, that's okay. And does the nepotism debate never affect you at all?
These are all facts of life. I can't really change that.
Okay,
So these are the facts of the industry, and it's no point in trying to just complain about it.
okay.
You do your best, whatever is possible,
Hmm.
and leave the rest to whatever destiny it is.
Okay. And talking about your co-stars in this film, you have Mandira Bedi. So, like, how was it working with like other co-stars? What was the experience like? Could you share some stories?
Mandira and Rama are very accomplished actors, and that makes life much easier because then it's easier to work on a scene,
Hmm.
and then because everybody is passionate about it and they're all competent actors, so then obviously your scene level of your scene goes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And lastly, I'll end the interview by like give me three reasons like why an average moviegoer should go and watch Vodka Diaries.
I can give you three reasons. One, it's very good cinema.
Hmm.
It's very good cinema.
Hmm.
It's very good cinema.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kekasa. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for speaking to me. All the very
Thank
best
you.
for Vodka Diaries, and we hope we'll like catch up after the film once again once it's a big hit.
Thank you.
Go.